For decades, in coalitions and summits, wars and peace talks, oil busts and oil booms, America has carefully nourished its alliance with Saudi Arabia. Now, that kingdom stands locked in conflict with its regional rival, Iran, the country that held Americans hostage for more than a year and sponsored the bloodiest terrorist attacks against American citizens until 9/11. Where does the Obama White House stand in all of this now? And how bad could this situation get for U.S. interests in the region, a region that is a tinderbox tonight? Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen kicks off our coverage from the White House.
Thousands of Iranians protested Saudi Arabia's mass executions on Saturday, including the beheading of Sheikh Nimr al-Nimr, a Shiite cleric and opposition figure convicted of subversion. By Sunday, a mob had set fire to the Saudi embassy in Tehran, and even though the Iranians swiftly arrested 40 suspects, Riyadh responded by severing diplomatic ties with Iran.
We will also be cutting off all air traffic to and from Iran. We will be cutting off all commercial relations with Iran, and we will have a travel ban against people traveling to Iran.
Saudi Arabia has used this issue as another excuse to increase tension and conflict.
Saudi allies Bahrain and Sudan also severed diplomatic ties with the Islamic regime, while the United Arab Emirates merely downgraded Iran's diplomatic status. For years in proxy battlegrounds like Syria and Yemen, Saudi Arabia, the Sunni monarchy that is the world's leading petroleum exporter and custodian of Islam's holiest sites, has waged a struggle for regional dominance against Iran, the Shiite powerhouse that sponsors Hamas and Hezbollah.
We have stopped the spread of nuclear weapons in this region.
President Obama's protracted nuclear diplomacy with Iran, finalized in July, has long irritated the Saudis. Today, the White House affected studied neutrality, saying there's plenty of blame to go around, despite the fact that U.S.-Saudi relations, at least on paper, far exceed those with Iran.
Why shouldn't the Saudis rather expect that the United States will behave like an ally in this situation of the Saudis?
Our concerns about Saudi Arabia's actions in this regard are related both to concerns that we have about the impact that these actions have on Saudi Arabia's national security, but we also have concerns about the impact that this has on U.S. interests in the region.
With Iran complying with the nuclear deal and bracing for an influx of unfrozen funds worth up to $150 billion and oil prices remaining low, some analysts see the Saudi kingdom showing signs of vulnerability.
Their new budget shows they have a huge shortfall of income because of the falling oil prices. So they're not going to have that cushion, that extra money to spread around to friends and to defeat foes.
Aides to President Obama acknowledge that if the Saudi-Iranian standoff continues, it will only make it harder for the U.S. to broker a political resolution to the civil war in Syria, which is in turn seen as essential in the fight against ISIS. Brett?
James Rosen live on the North Lawn. James, thank you.